In this video, we're going to show you exactly how to set up an AI agent that will cover pretty much everything in your online store. So imagine there's a sales associate working in your online store. It's going to handle all the queries that your customers might have, or it's going to help them with their order tracking, their returns, anything they want. But also, it's going to help you sell more through personalized recommendations and upsells. So check out the video. Our developer made the video. Specifically, the developer did it because it's a technical video and it's going to show you exactly how to set up everything and how you can put this to work yourself. So enjoy and good luck watching the video.
Hey everyone, I'm Luc de Blok. I'm a certified Voiceflow expert. Today, I'm going to show you a powerful, scalable AI agent built for Shopify using Voiceflow. This agent is designed to be plug and play, meaning you can have it live in under 1 hour. No complex setup required. No matter what you're selling, fashion, electronics, or beauty products, this bot automatically adapts to your store and searches for the niche and the products. The best part? You can grab this for free on the Voiceflow marketplace and start using it right away. Let me show you how it works. This is my demo store. It sells snowboards. Let's buy a snowboard. We can ask two different types of questions. First question is, what kind of snowboards do you sell? The second question is, I'm looking for a specific snowboard. When we ask the first question, it's going to give us an answer with information and recommends the products. When we want a specific product, then it's going to analyze our information, and when it doesn't have enough information, the AI is going to keep on asking questions until it has enough information. So let's buy a snowboard. Now the AI is going to determine if it has enough information, and it doesn't, so it's going to ask questions. Now it's going to ask more questions. Now it recommended a snowboard. Okay, so now I'm like, okay, maybe I want a different snowboard. I'm thinking about maybe a freestyle board. Okay, now it's going to determine what type of freestyle board is better for me. So now we are going to answer this question. And now it recommended another snowboard. Because this is just a demo store and I only have a few snowboards, it's going to recommend only two. So let's see, I want this one. So we do order now. And what it does now is going to search for the orders that are already being done and checks the combination of the products on those orders and determine what type of product fits my purchase. So in this case, it's a ski bikes that fits perfectly with the snowboard. So this is a nice upsell. Okay, we can do no, not interested, or of course just order now. And because this product has multiple different variants, we are going to see an input form. With the snowboard, it was just one version, so that's all, it's going to show, so it will immediately add it to the order. And now it's a ski wax, okay. It generated the checkout. Why does it does this? Because in Shopify, it's not possible to refresh the theme to add the products to the cart, just like above. This is a workaround, and you can also redirect the people directly to the checkout page. It's whatever you want, but I just wanted to show it like this. So now we are in the checkout page. We can fill this information in, and then the client can purchase and it's done. So now it's going to ask a question if we can help with something else, and now we can go into other flows. I've got some demo information and I want to know what my order status is. asking for an ID or email, the multiple orders. Now it's going to ask us which order we want to track. We want this one. Okay, there is no actual order, but it shows you can directly get the order that's put in by the Shopify owner, and we can redirect directly to the website. So let's ask for an order return. Now it got the order return information directly from Shopify. We are within the 30 days, so it's going to find orders within those 30 days. So we're good. Let's use this email again. Now we have 2 orders we can select. Let's go for this one. Now it's going to let me know that I can return both products, and it's going to ask me which one I want to return. Let's say we want to return the wax. Okay, a nice input form, because we only have one quantity. It cannot be adjusted. Then we need to put in a reason, let's say unwanted. Okay, so now it's going to let us know that one of our colleagues is reviewing our return and get back to us soon. Why did I do this? Because in Shopify you can create like a return request, and this return request needs to be approved by the owner. You can make the agent approve it automatically. So if a client of you that wants this in the Shopify store and wants it all automated, it can be done. You can even set the maximum and minimum prices, but for safety, I build in that there is just an order request and the owner gets an email, a notification, and has to approve the return. So let's see if that worked. So now we are at the Shopify store, and you can see the return is in progress. After this, we can also ask some customer support questions. Let's say we want to know if they sell on any order services. This was not what I was aiming for, but let's rephrase it. But now you can see it also has a fallback mechanism. Well, I was aiming to get information about the snowboard lessons because that's what I was input, but for some reason the LLM thinks this has nothing to do with the store. Fair enough. So like I said, if you ask different types of questions, you'll get nice customer support questions. Okay, let's delve into the backend and show you how this agent is created. So now we're at the backend, and this is how the agent works. So first, you see this first block. These are all the variables you need to change within the agent. I will quickly run through them and explain them why they're for. So the Shopify store ID, you needed to connect it to your Shopify store. The Shopify API version, same. If you don't put variable API version, you can't make the API connections. Why created I an API version variable? Because the API versions change quite a lot from Shopify, so you want to have like easy and quick maintenance. Then the greetings feature, this will let the LLM know what kind of products or features your agent has. You can change this and it will adjust its greeting accordingly. So the order format for each Shopify store, you have like a different order format. So if you put in the order format over here, it will understand which is the order format to look for. Then the agent persona, this will create like what it says, the persona of the agent. I really recommend you put something in here. So this will greatly increase the perceived human-like conversation with your agent. The niche subject, change this to the niche of the store. And lastly, we have the current state. This is the variable that will determine what to look for the agent. So what I did here, like you saw in my demo, you have product type, you have the level, material, and the size, and it will go through all of these before it does a recommendation. But if you have, for example, if you are in a clothing store, then yeah, you need to adjust it, maybe color instead of level, and so yeah, you need to put it accordingly. I let it be here, so you have like a time, yeah, some kind of template, so you can just check how you need to write it down. And then lastly, not to forget, we are going to the secrets, fill in the secret information, because here are your Shopify admin access token, Shopify storefront access token. You need to get both and put it in here, and they are safe. Okay, these are some presettings that will make sure that the AI is working correctly. This is the browser language, so it will get the language of the browser for the first message. And because, yeah, this will show you the first greeting, it will say, hey, I'm this and this, I can do order tracking, customer support, product recommendation. But when a customer is revisiting, it's like, hey Luke, welcome back, can I help you with something else? Then we have the capture. Over here is the main filter, so this one will determine the paths of the flow. In this one, I'm also now checking the user response to what kind of language they're talking about, translate the buttons in that language, and then go to the correct path. Let's go to the product recommendation path. This one is quite big. As you can see, I will zoom out a little bit. This is quite something, but bear with me. I hope you will understand after this one. And the best part is, I build it in a way that you don't need to adjust anything here. Only if you want. But basically, it should work right off the bat with only adjusting the variables at the beginning. So this one is very quick to set up. So it's going to determine the product information from Shopify. Why? Because otherwise you are going to keep on getting information from Shopify, and Shopify has like a point limit of the APIs, but you don't get to that limit quite fast, but I wanted to make sure that won't happen at all, so that's why it's here. Then, like I explained in the beginning, it's going to check if we have a purchase intent or if we want more information. So this one is good for like, what kind of free subboards are you selling? Then it will go to this path, otherwise it will straight ahead. This one is the loop with the current state that is going to ask the questions. This one is going to analyze the user input. Here it checks if the whole current state contains undefined. If not, ask follow-up questions. Based on the follow-up question, check if it's a follow-up answer or if it's a question. For example, what type of flags do you want? Oh, what's the difference between the flags? Then it goes to this path. Okay, this one is just finding the correct products and the dynamic carousel. This one is very important in the scaling, because with this one, you don't have to think about how many products they have or what type of products. It does what it needs. It gets the information from Shopify that it needs to put it in a checkout. So yeah, this one is the key to the product recommendation. And now we're getting to the maze of different options. When somebody is asking for more information, like what the word says, it's going to ask what kind of question you want. Okay, based on the answer what the customer is asking, we have a sub-filter. This directs to different parts of the flow. Again, you can also underneath the carousel just type in I want a different product, and then it's going to check, okay, what's going on, what does it want. It goes back here, and based on this this sub filter, it goes all across. Over here, this is the part where it will get more information and knowledge based information. So if you are going to ask about the size of the snowboard, it will get the information from Shopify, and it will also check if in the knowledge base is some extra information base of the products that's not on Shopify. So it will combine both and then give an answer. But if you're going to ask what are your return days, it goes to the custom support flow. Why? It can be answered in here, but why I wanted to separate it of the product questions and the real customer support questions. Okay, we are getting the data from the dynamic carousel. It's going to check if we have a variant or not. If we don't have a variant, I input that you just buy this product, just add it. When there is a variant, you go to the extension. You can change this up as well, so you can add the form also over here without needing to select a variant. Just increase the quantity ordered. Now it's going to check this is my Shopify cart basically. Like I explained, we cannot adjust this in Shopify itself, because the only way to create a cart in Shopify is when you're going to fill it in. So we can create a cart ID, but it's not saved and we cannot get it from Shopify itself. So yeah, don't ask me why. This is how I found it in their documentation. So what I did, I created my own cart, and yeah, this will fill in. And if you're going to add more and more products, this will just keep on filling in, and it grows. What I did now is checking if we already went to an upsell or cross-sell, because then now I don't need to rebuild this part. And if this is true, then it knows, oh, I already did an upsell, because otherwise you get like 10 times the wax and you don't want it. If you want to change this, that it's going to loop to other products as well, feel free to adjust this. Now we're going to change the cart into a string so it can be used and read in the checkout. Shopify is going to create a checkout. This is the button that's going to do the checkout, and later we are at the needing for more information, and we're going to reset some variables. Why? Because if somebody thinks, I forgot a product, so I want to buy another one, like another snowboard. It's strange to not, that the AI already sees, this variable is already filled in. Okay, so no, you already did this, I know everything, and then it recommends wrong products. Same for the upsell. If somebody is buying another snowboard and it wants, you want to upsell that one as well. So that's what we are going to do here. Then we are going back to the beginning. So from here, we're going the main filtering. Then we have the customer support. This is quite basic actually. You can improve this with the document API or the query API. First, we're going to determine if it's a support question or a statement. There is a difference. It's like, I want support, or what are your shipping times? Those are two different things. Okay, let's go back. Before I forget, this JavaScript creates its own memory. I'm not using the Voiceflow memory in this case because it's going to save all the responses and recommendations and stuff. It's not needed. Like, yeah, you don't want to know like all the recommendations basically. So I created my own memory, and this I can place whenever I want the response or the input from the user to be saved. Okay, capture response. The general question, this is like something like, hey, how are you doing? Yeah, it will respond to this one. Return order. This is where it gets its return policy, and then it knows, okay, it's going to extract the amount of days. Otherwise, yeah, if we only have like 14 days and the order is like 30 days, it doesn't show up. Then a response is going to ask order number or email, or maybe, yeah, if it's filling in something else, it's going to ask another question. And then based on what you input, it will get orders by the order ID, just one order basically, or multiple orders from the email. It's going to check if the order number is indeed one or multiple. If it's one, we can go on and go on in the flow. If not, you need to select which product or which order you want to return, like I showed in the demo. Now it's going to check if we have all the Shopify information. Why do I do this again? Because if somebody is starting from the beginning and immediately says, hey, I want to return my product, then it doesn't have this information. So it needs to get the information, and this information is used in this carousel again. Then we get the selected product information, the input form, get the data, create the Shopify request, and go to the, let's say, oh, this person is going to contact you. Now we're going back to the need more help, reset everything, go to the response, and now we have the order tracking. From here, this is the same concept as the order return. It's going to ask order ID or email. If one of the orders is presented, then it shows just a tracking URL of one product, or it shows us the carousel with different orders, and we can select which tracking URL we want. When that's done, it's going to go again to the more information, and from here we're going back to the main filter. When somebody is saying like, I want to buy cheese, so not related at all, it goes to the false, and you get a response false like, we don't buy cheese, but we are selling snowboards, so let's buy a snowboard. If somebody says, I'm done, goodbye, it's going to say, oh, goodbye to you too, have a nice day, and then it ends. I'm going to show you the dynamic upsell and cross-sell. So here, it's going to get the latest orders. I want to go into this a little bit because you can adjust it. Down here, there's a number you can adjust, and based on this number, you will get the amount of orders. So in my case, I just did 50. You can do more or less, that doesn't matter. It's like how more data you have, the bigger the URL for the prompt, so more tokens, but more information means better answers. Based on the information, it's going to recommend other upsell products like we saw. From here on out, we have the same kind of options, what we want to do with the upsell. So when you say not interested, we're going directly to the checkout, and then we don't need to add another order to the list, and we can just check out. And this one will guide the user back to where it was last been in the order recommendation. So for example, if you are going to ask a question over here in the dynamic carousel, you go from here to order tracking and you want to go back because you want to go back to the order. Because you were already here, we have enough data to know, okay, the customer was already here, so we already showed some products. So with that function, it goes back to this part and you can continue the flow. And this was it, how the agent works. It's quite easy to set up. Let me summarize. You only need to change these variables. If you're changing these variables, then your agent will work and it will adjust to other niches. So if you have a fashion client, you can just change this to all in fashion. If you have a watch client, change this to the watches, and then it will also get the correct products. Do not forget to change the secrets. This is important, otherwise it won't work. So there you have it, a powerful Shopify AI agent that you can use and set up within 1 hour just for free. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll put all the links in the description below. I can't wait to see how you use this in your store. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Cheers!